Use artificial intelligence and Optastats to build your new squad for the new season. Analyse the highest owned players and most popular starting squad currently entered into the FPL. Upload your squad at fantasyfootballfix.com now to improve your FPL performance. Click the link below or head over to fantasyfootballfix.com to get started. So the first question in the chat was about Aguero. So let's look at City in general. And so Aguero didn't start over the weekend, which was very disappointing for his owners, especially if you captained him. My issue with my issue with Sergio Aguero is the fact that Gabriel Jesus is starting to show some of the potential that I think a lot of us assumed he had, and seems to be showing enough that Pep Guardiola is trusting him to play in games. So I think while the Champions League is around, when the fixtures get very close together, and as long as Man City have other competitions they are playing for, and I think for Man City the Champions League is a big deal this year, I think Aguero is a rotation risk. Now, anyone at City is a rotation risk, but there's levels to this. There's certain players that you're going to assume are going to play as many games as possible because of the injury situations currently at the club. I think right now Raheem Sterling is likely to play more games than Aguero because Sterling is the best winger they have, in my eyes. Riyad Mahrez is a different type of winger. Bernardo Silva isn't naturally a winger. Sane is injured. So I would say Sterling is less likely to get rested. He'll still get rested. It's guaranteed because they're trying to fight in so many different competitions. But for me right now, Aguero is better than Jesus. But Jesus is doing well enough that I think they're not going to risk Aguero and running him into the ground. So for me, I prefer Sterling. I also like De Bruyne because I think Kevin De Bruyne just has that creativity that, don't get me wrong, that is a very creative midfield at Man City, but Kevin De Bruyne is head and shoulders, in my eyes, right now the best midfielder in the Premier League, especially for creating chances out of nowhere. Chance creation wise, his ability to play a pass, right now he's the best. Probably just after would be Trent for his delivery, maybe. Do have some other players very good at through balls and passes and spotting a pass, but Kevin De Bruyne is the best in the league. So I think while he's around, he should be playing. So that is why I like those two City options. I am personally tempted by downgrading Sterling because it just would mean the rest of my team would be exactly what I wanted, instead of me making adjustments elsewhere to have someone like Raheem Sterling. But if we look at the City game, 3-0, Sterling, Silva and Gundogan all returning points. We had 11 shots by Villa, 25 shots by City, 20 attempted assists as well. But if we have a look at the actual in-game stats, who was the one that was head and shoulders above the rest? Expected goals, Jesus. On another day, Jesus would have scored. And that is what the issue is. He also got an FPL assist. The problem there is he's doing enough to be a viable option when he comes into the side. 4 shots, 2 shots on target, 2 attempted assists. He could have got some returns there. Sterling is the next one as far as expected goals at 0.59. Bernardo Silva at 0.43. David Silva at 0.37. McGinn, the first Villa player, at 0.37. So that is my issue with Aguero, and that would make me transfer him out, because the plus side you get with Harry Kane, the plus side you probably get with Aubameyang, although the issue with Aubameyang is when Lacazette plays, what position is Aubameyang in? At least you're very confident they're going to play. Yes, Aubameyang will get rested at times, but it will be rest because he needs it more than rotation because you have 2 good strikers like Aguero and Jesus. So I would get rid of Aguero. Right now, I think when you've got the likes of Jamie Vardy around, If Tammy Abraham returns to his scoring ways, I'm not sure you need to spend that big up front unless you think someone like Harry Kane is going to hit the ground running soon. Then potentially I would spend that much up front. But for me, I'm quite happy to go with the likes of the Liverpool players because they're very unlikely to be rested unless it's absolutely necessary. And also the likes of Sterling in midfield.
I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I dropped this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, it's not this. I lock in, I got this, radio drop this. Hot shit, just watch this, I fucking promise.